Hi everybody, welcome to the channel, SemperFi Mobile Auto Repair. We have a 2025 Toyota 4Runner SR5 that unfortunately for the customer is a brand new vehicle. It's a four-wheel drive. They took it out and unfortunately they ended up striking a rock because it does not have a skid plate, and it made contact with the corner of the radiator, and unfortunately it damaged it, started leaking. So we're going to be doing a radiator replacement on this 2025 Toyota 4Runner SR5 with a turbo, and get this customer back on the road. So let's get to it. All right, so first we're going to remove this cover. Should allow us to be able to lift it up. There we go. Just be careful with these clips when they pop off that we do not lose any of them. There we go. We're going to put this to the side. Here's the radiator, the condensers back here, expansion tank here, cooling fans here. All right, let's remove all this wiring. Actually, before I start messing with this, we're going to go down and begin the drain process. That way, while I'm disconnecting everything, the cooling system will be fully drained. All right, so we're going to take a look. The system's pretty much cooled down, it's depressurized. So we're gonna gradually remove this expansion tank cap. Just be careful, make sure it's not hot or under pressure, because if it is under pressure, coolant's just gonna rise up and gush out extremely hot, and it's gonna burn you. So definitely wanna make sure it's cooled and there's no pressure. Just like this one. So we're just going to leave this open like that. We're going to go underneath and remove the peacock. Okay, so let's make our way down here. Here's the peacock, and this is, actually let me try to bring you guys in a little bit closer. This is where the radiator is leaking from right here. This was the point of impact. I'm going to go ahead and loosen up that peacock and let the water out, or coolant. Just be very careful. Like I said, make sure that the system's not under pressure or hot. We're just going to let it drain. And while that's going on, we're going to go on top and start working on it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and remove some of these items here. Let's get this. These are all the cables for, this is for the cooling fan assembly. These are temperature sensors here, so we're going to start disconnecting those. Now these have these tabs. You just gotta press down on them and just slide them back out. Just for a radiator fan, there's a tab here. You'll press down on it and then pull it back. There we go. We're just gonna move this way, so we can get some room. Put that. Get this coolant temp sensor over here. Good. See what else we got here. Okay. I'm going to continue to let it drain and just get to the areas that I could. The expansion tank pretty much has no coolant in it, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this hose. And there's another one. Let's see if I can get you guys. That's over here, this hose. We're going to disconnect it from that T, and that way we can pull the expansion tank out. Now we're going to move on to this hose right here. The lower hose here, we're going to remove this. Before I remove this, since there is some coolant still in here, I'm going to use these hose pliers. And what I'm going to do is lock it down or pinch it off so that to minimize coolant spill from this hose. This one's too small. Let me go grab a bigger one. Alright, so let's see if these will work. Yeah, it's definitely much better. So I'm going to try to get them out of my way. Pinch off right here. There we go. Hopefully that'll hold it. Then we're going to grab this clamp here. There we go. All right, so now we're going to take our pick, put it underneath the hose, just move it, slide it back and forth just to loosen up that hose. Then we're just going to pull up on it. Hopefully pinching this off will minimize the coolant leak from the expansion tank. There we go. All right, so far good. Now we're going to move on to remove the expansion tank. All right, so these are 10mm bolts. All right, what's next in the process here? So, upper radiator hose. These are the coolant lines here, so we're going to remove those. It's a lower radiator hose. Remove these clamps as well. That way we can remove the fan assembly. So we're going to attack the fan assembly next. Alright, so now we're going to remove these clips. These pretty much grab the radiator hose. So we're just going to put one of these trim removers and just push it out like this one. Okay, so that's off of the fan assembly. So now we're going to take these 10mm bolts here. There's one here, another one here, and two underneath. We'll go ahead and loosen those up so we can remove this fan assembly. Alright, so these bolts are 10mm, so we're going to go ahead and loosen them up. Alright, we're going to come underneath, get this bolt here for the fan assembly. Alright, so that assembly is loose. Now we're going to go top side and go ahead and pull it out. Before we can remove this radiator fan assembly, we're going to remove the boost pressure sensor. This 4Runner does come with a turbo. So we're just going to move this around and back this way. We're going to place these bolts back in here. That way we don't lose them. Alright, so before I can take this radiator fan assembly, I'm definitely going to have to remove this radiator hose. So what we're going to do is we're going to clamp it here as well just to prevent or minimize the coolant spillage that's in there or still in the system. We'll just tighten it down. All right, so let's go ahead and grab this fan assembly. There we go. All right, and here it is. We'll place this on the side as well. Just lean it there. It's pretty wild how it's got these jagged edges on this fan assembly. Never seen that before. All right, so let's move on. All right, so next step, we're going to also pinch this radiator hose, the lower one, and then remove it and bring it up and minimize the coolant leak or the spill of the coolant. So let's go ahead and start working on that, and then we'll move on to the transmission lines. Let's try to push it out. There we go. All right. And we'll lift this up. Just put it underneath here. Let this hook itself behind here. All right. So now we're going to move towards the coolant hoses. And the transmission coolant lines. We're going to clamp them down as well, just to minimize any leaks. And then we'll move forward on this side and remove these bolts. And there's some over here that tie down the radiator. And we might have to take this cross member here, because actually the air cooler for the turbo, as you can see that bolt right there, it attaches to the radiator. But let's first find out if it doesn't attach to the bracket that holds the radiator. So let's go ahead and remove these tranny lines. Alright, so now we're going to come in here and remove the other transmission line. Just being careful, not much fluid spills. Okay, here we go. Put this up here like this, hold it in place in that cooler line here. Still some transmission fluid leaking, but it's all right. All right, now we're going to move on to this bracket. So we're going to remove this from here. Go ahead and push these bad boys in. Be able to pop this out. Careful with these. As soon as you pop them up, there you go. They just go. Grab the other one, came down this area. Put this in here. Okay. All right. So that's this bracket here. We're gonna go ahead and loosen that up. Looks like a 13 millimeter. All right, so now we got to the radiator cross member here. So what I did, I removed these bolts. There's 1, 2, 3, one more here, 4, and also remove the bolts from the hood latch. That way, these can be, you just slide it out. You'll disconnect the AC bracket. There's a 8mm bolt here, and pretty much from there you can just slide this out just like that. I'm going to put this to the side. Now, one of the things about this radiator, in order to remove this, according to manufacturer specs, it's pretty in depth. We're talking about like 6-hour labor time. They require to remove the whole bumper assembly, also the intercooler as well, and the AC system. You have to disconnect it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a shortcut. Hopefully this works out, because the radiator comes with this bracket assembly. It's all one piece, goes all the way down. And what I'm doing is I remove the bolts that are here, and they go all the way down. There's a total of 2, 4, 6 bolts on this side and on this side. I already took these here. So I'm moving this bracket. Then this one, I loosened it up so this can move. So I'm going to go on the bottom and loosen up the other bolts, and I'll see if I can actually get this to slide up, you know, without having to remove everything from here, because that's a pretty labor intensive job, and I'm hoping that I can skip all that. The new radiator does come with this bracket that goes all the way down attached to it, and there's some bolts on the inside that attach this bracket to this frame assembly here. And that's why it requires a whole front bumper to get removed. But I'm definitely going to try not to. And well, let's continue on this ride and see what happens. All right, so I'm underneath here. There's 2 bolts that go here, and I've already loosened this one. I removed one of them, which is, let me see, I think I put it back on top. But there's one left here. It's already loose. And then this bracket, should be able to twist this bracket. And there's the bracket I was talking about. It goes all the way up, but it's part of the radiator assembly. And that's this one here, goes all the way up. I already loosened up the bolts on this side. There's only one remaining here, but I'm twisting it. That way it could let go of the radiator. And I'm hoping, go top side, twist the bracket from over there, and hopefully I can get it loose as well and allow me to slide this radiator out. I'm hoping that I could, but we'll see. So this side is pretty much loosened up already. So now I'm going to go to the top side towards the center there, and the center here. I'm going to put this cooler line back. This is for the intercooler. I'll move this out the way and see if I can see. There was 2 bolts that go here. I already loosened up. I'm gonna see if I can twist this bracket out. Let me go top side, see what we can do. All right, so there's a center bracket here. I'm gonna twist this and see if I can get the radiator to pop out. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now I can slide this out. There we go. So now the fun part is going to be putting the new radiator, making sure all these things are lined up. This is the bolt that I was trying to take off right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put those pieces that go in here, which are in that catch pan. I'm gonna get it from the old one. See, these are the bolts right here. There's another one here that holds the bracket. There's another one on this side, but they're all in the back. You can't get them. You can see the bolts, some of them, they're right there, but you can't get any wrenches in there. Very difficult to get access to it. So these are the bolts that were on the side. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the other radiator and see if I can slide it in here. I'm gonna take off some of these brackets, or these bushings actually, from the other one. So this is the OEM radiator, straight from Toyota dealer here, and this is the bracket I was referring to. See how it comes with the radiator, and these are the bolts that I removed to loosen up the bracket. Now these are the attachments in the rear. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on this side, so there's 8 on this side. But to get access to these bolts, you have to remove the bumper according to manufacturer removal procedures, and that's a lot. It's like a 6-hour job. So I decided to remove these bolts, remove these brackets, and you know, twist them and slide this and slide it out. So far it came out, so I'm gonna do the same, remove these and see if we can slide this back in there. All right, so I just removed one of the bolts. And these washers here, or bushings, I'm actually gonna remove and put back, because some of them fell out. I believe it was on the passenger side. So let's go ahead and do that. Move the actual brackets that the radiator comes with. Left these bushings attached to it. Now what I'm going to do is just lubricate them a little bit with some of the silicone lubricant, just to help it slide in there better. So we just need a little bit, just kind of like put some in here, and this is just to help it slide, so that way these mounting rubber bushings do not come off. I'm going to do it on both sides. Just need a little bit. There we go. Let's lubricate everything here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and slide this radiator down. Nice and smooth. Put this away here. Make sure nothing's in the way. Now I'm gonna angle this to try to get into this bracket first. Oh, let's see here. There we go. Get the bottom. Okay, so it's on top over here. Now we have to wiggle it to get this one in here. Okay. All right, so I just slid this radiator down this bracket. I slid on this side. I added one bolt to hold it. As you can see, this is outside of that bracket, so we have to bend it out. Since it is plastic, it's a hard plastic, you just have to be gentle with it. Just slid it on this side, and it's in here and in here. It's almost there. It's falling into the groove here and here. Just have to do this side so it can fall in there as well. And I just have to move this bracket. Just be gentle with it. Just kind of push it in at the same time as you're sliding this bracket. There you go. And it will slide right in there. fits right in place. It's in place in here as well, and in here. So now what we're going to do is add these bolts. All right, so I'm at the bottom now. Got these lined up. I'll put this screw in here, or bolt, line it up, and then just manually tighten it up. All right, so there's my 12mm ratchet wrench. Just gonna put it in here. All right, so the top one, we are going to be able to use a 3/8 ratchet with a 12mm socket. So we're just going to come in here, find the hex of the stud, and then just start tightening it up. All right, so I just installed the other bracket that goes on the driver's side that holds the top of the radiator. Go ahead and put these bolts in here. Just want to line these up and fall right in place. There you go. Grab the bolts, which I actually have some here. Go. So now we gotta put the bolt that goes in here for the air cooler, and we'll be done with this section. Then we'll move on after. All right, so since I'm pretty much done, I did a complete installation of the radiator. We put all the hoses back, the sensors, the expansion tank, the bypass hoses. Now what we're gonna do is vacuum. We're gonna vacuum the cooling system, which is one of the things that I would definitely recommend to anybody doing cooling systems on on late model vehicles. All right, so I found the adapter for this expansion tank. So now we're going to put the system under vacuum. What we're going to do is ideally you want to go at negative 27 inches of mercury. So let's see if we can get there. I don't have the perfect adapter, but I'm going to hold it down and hopefully it'll do the job. All right, so it doesn't look like it's gonna go past 25 inches of or negative 25 inches of mercury. So I'm just going to watch it. You want to observe it. I'm holding it down because the adapter is not the correct one. But so far it's holding vacuum. You want to make sure that you hold vacuum for at least 5 minutes. That'll let you know that at least the system is sealed. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes that have passed, and it's holding pressure or vacuum steady. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the vacuum on again, but I'm going to open this bad boy here so that I can purge the actual line. I got a total of 12 quarts of coolant that is to fully fill this vehicle. So we're going to purge this line, get rid of the air that's in here. I'm going to gradually open this bad boy here to pull the air out. There we go. As you can see, it's filled with actual coolant. I'm going to shut it off. So now that this is full of coolant, now I'm going to open this bad boy and it's going to fill the whole system up. Much as 0. So I would say it's pretty much complete. So let me go ahead and shut the system off here. Alright, so pretty much I got it at the fill line. I'm going to go ahead and start this bad boy up. Let it warm up. Alright, so the vehicle is fully warmed up. So pretty much this concludes the video. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Comment, subscribe, like. But this is how you replace, like I said, a radiator on a 2025 Toyota 4Runner. I took the shortcut. I showed you how to do it without having the need, according to manufacturer procedures, having to remove the whole bumper, recovering the AC system, and disconnecting everything in the front. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. You guys have a good one. Till next time.